Welcome to Can Angels Fly? I'm Nancy, and tonight I'm out here under the stars near my campfire, just wanting to talk to you. So let's have a discussion. My question to you this evening is going to sound strange, but do you hear voices? In today's world, in our society, if a person hears voices, they are immediately categorized as schizophrenic or having hallucinations or something like that, associated basically with schizophrenia or some other mental disorder. Well, I'm here to kind of shed light on that particular subject of hearing voices. From my perspective, hearing voices can be you hearing from your guides, spirit guides, as well as other entities, other not so savory entities. My experience with hearing voices goes as follows. And I just had this conversation with a client this week in which we shared our experiences. So I thought I would bring it here to YouTube to the rest of you so you can chime in about hearing voices. And in my life, I've heard voices at different times in my life. Some warning me of danger and requesting, not demanding, but requesting that I remove myself from certain environments for my own safety and well being. Other times I've heard voices that said, hey, you can do what you want. Basically, commit some type of crime, heinous crime. And what I can say about these voices is that the instructions that they offer or the suggestions that they offer can either be um, life saving or help to destroy your life. Mm. And how can I say it? I have made multiple videos talking about spiritual encounters. And what it seems to be is you, your own man, you, your own woman. You have a set value system. You have your own set morals, and your beliefs. And I mean that on a spiritual plane, not so. I mean, it manifests here in the physical, of course, but spiritually, you know. If you are an evil soul, you're evil. So you will be more susceptible to listen to the suggestions of an entity that suggests that you do something destructive to yourself or to others. Now, if you are more of a righteous individual, you will be more susceptible to listen to the suggestions of those voices that suggest that you do whatever it takes to secure your health and your well being and those around you. Now, when I can honestly say uh, that the voices come in different genders, number one, and just I can tell that they are different, quote unquote, people. You know, um, I have female spirit guides that have guided me, you know, to make certain decisions or suggested that I make certain decisions. It's like they have fore knowing or forethought about a particular situation or circumstance, and they let me know, especially when it's extremely important, and it's extremely important to my evolution and to my safety, you know. Then there are the darker energies, the negative energies. And they basically, to me, ask uh, by their suggestions, who are you, Nancy, now, at this point in time in life? If I suggest that you do X, Y, and Z to someone or something or to yourself, and you do it, that then defines who Nancy is at that point in time. However, keeping with who I am, my morals, my values, my integrity, my ethics, all those things, especially on a spiritual level. When spirit guides say, hey, Nancy, you need to get up and go here at this time. Nancy, you need to wear this at this time. Nancy, you need to remove yourself from this situation or circumstance, or Nancy, you need to keep your mouth closed now, or Nancy, you need to roar like a lion, and it speaks to me, and as I speak to you in this video, that's how it speaks to me. And both sides, whether negative energy or more righteous energy, they're not pushy, not at all. It's more of, well, Nancy, you know, um, you need to know this right now, that in order for you to get what you need, I need you to get up. And you know that fabulous purple dress that you own, I want you to dial yourself up and put that purple dress on. I want you to get in your car or whatever form of transportation you're going to take, but I need you to be at this particular place at this particular time. You will encounter someone and you'll know them and you will get what you need. On the other side, you can say, Nancy, and it's usually more uh, masculine, I will say, when it's the darker energies for me. Hey, Nancy, you don't like those mother suckers. And if you do this and you look here, you'll find this. And you can handle that right now. You can show them what you're working with. But it's never forceful. It's just suggestive. And so I go back to people that suffer from different mental disorders, and they hear from the other side, the hidden side, and how some of them, it tends to drive them crazy, drive them insane. And why is this? Well, number one, we are in a world, and most of our cultures and society does not acknowledge the spiritual interacting with the physical world. So over time, a person that's really locked in to the spirit, and can hear, and sense, when they continue to hear these instructions on a day-to-day basis, they begin to believe that they are insane, you know, and it becomes awful confusing. Like, do I do the bad thing or do I do the good thing? So I'm here to let anyone knows that may have some, psychological problems as categorized by this physical experience, that what you're doing is hearing from entities from the other side, the spiritual beings. Whenever a spiritual being talks to you and informs you to do something that is helpful to you, to sustain your life, and not only your life, but those around you. Those are positive, righteous spirit guides. If you check yourself, do you believe in life and life abundantly? Do you believe in love and hope? Do you have empathy? Those kind of things. If you do, on a soul level, then you can trust and believe those spirit guides, that because they're not going to tell you to hurt anybody. No, they would never tell you to hurt anybody, and neither would they allow you to be in a place where you could be hurt, or taken advantage of, or misused, or abused. They will suggest that you remove yourself from the situation. They will even suggest opportunities, let opportunities be known to you. Now, on the other side, for those that, like I said, have psychological issues, when you're hearing energies or entities speak to you, that tell you to perform any destructive behaviors, a murder, self-mutilation, anything, drive your car into a wall, whatever the case. I know they never stop. They gang, and or do something to somebody because they done aggravated you or irritated you or whatever the case may be, waking you up out of your sleep at night, whatever the case is, where somebody is saying, hey, hurt yourself or hurt someone else. Those are unrighteous, dark, demonic energies that are speaking to you, not you physically, but your soul. Who are you? Check yourself. You partake in that. A person will partake in those particular type of behaviors if that's where their soul is, you know. So check your soul. And you will only listen to whichever voice based on what your soul really consists of, you know. So it's no reason to be confused about what a TI is. If you have a dark energy telling you to do some crazy stuff, then you tell them back the fuck up. Ooh, this is PG. Excuse me, children. Don't learn no bad language from me. But you tell them, you have the right. Back up. No, I'm not going to listen to you. You crazy. I'm not. And I've had to do it. I've had them come to me and say, do X, Y, and Z. This will handle that situation. X, Y, and Z, that'll handle that situation. But what it would do in this physical world is lead to my destruction or demise. If not, and not just mine, but another. I knew that was a dark entity. And I knew that's not what I stand for. I'm about love. I'm about life. I'm about happiness. I'm about peace. I am that 1960s Daisy chick in this century. And so that didn't line up with me. It does not line up with me. And if it does not line up with you, but you are being bombarded with such voices, tell them to go to HE HE 6, and tune in to those voices that say, hey, you, I need you to go here and do this. It'll bring you happiness. It'll bring you love. It'll bring you peace. It'll bring you joy. Neither of them can make you do anything. It is solely up to you. But this video just wanted to touch a little bit on people that hear voices. I think many of us, most of us, hear voices. Now we know what they are. Well, thank you for visiting me this evening under the stars. If you'd like to order your own personal Terrascope reading with me, Nancy, all you have to do is contact me at my email. My email is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. Until next time, bye.